Another option using double stops is by using it with what I'm calling harmonized major scale. Using it as a harmonized major scale. So these double stop patterns have these harmonized notes that go along with the major scale built right in if you're using the same groupings that we did for the inverted thirds and sixths. So I'll give you an example. A real common thing for lead guitar players to do is through, as the chords change, they stay on like a repetitive lead line that fits over all of them. And what's really common is the notes 1, 2, 3, especially those. Sometimes they go to the 4 and 5, but you would not believe the majority of melodies to songs that are written just by using the 1, 2, and 3 notes of the key. Okay, so remember now we're in the key of G for all these examples. So key of G or G form. And then what you can do is use, let's say we're going to use harmonized thirds or inverted thirds, okay? If you go back, this grouping here, I'll use a different color. This grouping was the number 1 in the inverted thirds. This was 2. This was 3. Right? And then 4, 5, 6, 7. But we're only going to stay with 1, 2, and 3. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. Let's say that's the lead line you're going to play. Just 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, which would sound great over chords, changing. Instead of just playing the single note of the major scale, which sounds great by itself, but now you can harmonize that and play this grouping 1, slide up, 2, with these 2, slide up, 3, slide down, 2, slide back down to 1. So then you're going to have this really kind of legato, smooth, harmonized major scale going back and forth. Once again, reverb, delay, it's going to sound awesome, okay? And the other option that you have, now that you've learned multiple things, you can do this same harmonized major scale thing with this 1, 2, 3, 2 pattern, but instead you can use, yes, you guessed it, you can actually use the harmonized sixths. So then the harmonized 6, remember, was down here. This is the root. So this is the 1 chord. This is the 2. And this is the 3. So if you're going to play 1, 2, 3, 2, in the harmonized sixth, you're going to go this pair, slide up to this pair, slide up to this pair, slide down to this pair, slide down to this. And it's going to have a little different sound because now you're harmonizing sixths rather than thirds. But you can do both of those. So how crazy is that? By the way, this harmonized 6, 1, 2, 3. If you've heard the song The Stand by Hillsong, they have something that sounds just like that. And that's one way you could explain what's going on. They're just going 1, 2, 3, 2 over chords that change. You got this repetitive, repeating, I should say, repeating lead line of 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2 as the chords change. So now with these double stops, you can just apply them completely only as a harmonized major scale lead line to kind of add color to the progression.